Hello everyone, this is Toby with Birdsong Studios. How are you guys doing today? I hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I greatly appreciate your time, your attention, and your openness to these messages. So today we are looking at the energies around this new moon in Capricorn, which occurs on January 11th, the 111 portal. New moons being a time of beginnings, setting intentions, this blank slate energy. But I was guided to not really do much of an introduction and just talk about the sigil a little bit. We'll make it brief though, but I wanted to, you guys I'm sure have noticed, if you've been watching these readings for a bit, you've probably noticed that this sigil looks very, very different from ones in the past. And of course each one is unique because there's a unique energy. But there has been an increasing presence of the galactics in the last few readings, and it's these light codes that to me are becoming very symbolic or emblematic of their presence at this time and their presence around us at these times, their presence in assisting us at this time, and their connection to these cosmic events. So with that, we're just going to jump in and get started. That is what I've been guided to do, and I'm going to start with the wild unknown. We're going to start with the archetypes, and then we're going to go to the alchemy deck. And I have shuffled these both already, but we'll do it once or twice more here for you. So how are you guys doing? And my cat comes in here to scratch right as I'm starting the video, so I apologize if you're hearing that in the background. Having a lovely storm here today in my location, and I know there are storms all across the United States, from the Midwest to the East Coast today. I'm filming on January 9th. Not that that really matters, but oh my gosh, look, we have card 11, the Queen, and I have to tell you, as I was preparing my space, oh, that's really interesting too. Okay, a couple of things coming through right away. As I was preparing the space and I was shuffling decks and deciding which ones, or asking which ones needed to be present in case they were going to be called on, the Wild Unknown, I was shuffling that deck, the tarot deck, and I saw the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And then I was shuffling the Tarot of Dreams, and the Queen of Swords, the Fool, and the High Priestess came out. So I was really drawn to the Queen of Swords, and here we have the Queen on this this card from the archetypes, and it's card number 11, and we have the 111 portal, and we have the moon here in the middle. And interesting, there's a full moon and then there's an eclipse behind it, but I almost am seeing this also as an eye. With so much red energy, that's a lot of root energy going on, and I feel like this is the new moon in Capricorn is about going back to our roots, so to speak, but not going back to our roots as far as going into the past to look at our roots there, but going to the roots that we are wanting to create at this time. Capricorn is of course an earth energy, and oh, give me just a second. There was something that wanted to come through here. It's that balancing of the Queen of Swords energy with the Capricorn earthy energy, the energy of planning and determination and I'm hearing stick-to-itedness. That is not a phrase I would use. But that it hovers around stubbornness, but this sense of knowing who you are and being very determined and grounded and persistent in that, and coupling that with the Queen of Swords energy of being forthright and honest and straightforward and willing to make changes or cuts when necessary in order to stay in alignment with that sense of integrity and honesty. Those two things coupled together feel very, very important, and this is the energy we're getting here at the start of the reading for this 111 portal and the new moon in Capricorn. And again, we're starting out with card number 11. Really beautiful synchronicities here, and 11 is representative of being on one's divine path, being guided by I'm hesitating because I got a message about the number 11 this morning, and I'm trying to recall what it is, and I don't have my journal nearby to be able to reference back. Oh, hang on just a second. It's coming back to me. So 11 is the card of, angelic presence around you and following the guidance that's offered, and it's a number of confirmation that you are indeed doing that you are indeed following the guidance you're being given, that you're being offered, and and your path. You're on your divine path. So it's how there are no coincidences, but how beautifully profound is it that we have this new moon that for the new moon in Capricorn is all about at this time, of course, especially being on one's path and how are we going to move forward. Sorry guys, I had to take a sip of water. I was going to start coughing. How are we going to move forward from here so that we are in alignment with our divine path? And it is on this day of 111. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so, oh wow, okay. What do we have here? We have 46 sparks of light, scintilla. The sparks of light came out in one of the last readings, didn't it? I don't remember which one. It might have been the last reading, and I'm getting confirmation of that. It must have been the last reading, the full moon in Cancer. That seems to me so long ago. Are you guys feeling time in very different ways? Those sparks of light that came through that process that we talked about at that time, these are things that you are now integrating in understanding where to make those cuts, where to lay those foundations, where to make that stand, I'm hearing, as to what you prioritize and what is important to you. 10. That's card number 21. Interesting. Oh wait, what's on the bottom? I'm drawn to the bottom. Sap of the moon plant. Okay. It's this taking, and forgive me because I don't know about tin and alchemy, and I should. I'm going to learn about these things. It's one of those things I want to learn about. But so if this is not in alignment with alchemical processes, then pardon me, but I'm reading this intuitively. We're taking these, I'm getting tin to represent something simplistic, something even basic, something that is, and not slang term of basic, but just very simplistic, and recognizing that from these simplistic parts you're putting together, you're creating this beautiful spectrum. This is these simplistic pieces are the guiding foundational parts. And the message is that there is nothing that is too simple. There's nothing that is too, what's another word for it, for the energy that I'm getting? Basic is the word I keep getting, but that doesn't cover it well enough, not for the energy, but it's something that is very, it's connected to the simple pleasures. So there's, the message is to not underweigh as your, and weigh as in weight of something, WEIGH, to not underweigh the value of even, not even, they're correcting me, to not underweigh the value of the most simplistic pleasures, the most simplistic experiences that have meaning for you. Because these are the things that help create this new foundation. And we talked about how this sigil is very different from ones that have preceded it. And it is, ooh, and I'm getting lots of confirmation here on this. The energies are shifting, have shifted so much, and they're going to continue to. And so we're entering into this brand new territory, so to speak, this, with the new moon, again, this blank slate type of energy. And we've talked about this, this build up through the moon cycles, the astrological cycles, just the timeline of the last year in particular. This build up to the experiences that are going to be unfolding for us through this year and the next coming years in particular, to not undervalue those simplistic experiences that have meaning for you, just you. And it doesn't matter how anyone else defines them or labels them, how they value or undervalue. It's strictly about you as an individual. Because those are where those things are supportive of these sparks of light, these things that light you up, that you have passion for. And so they help to create this spectrum, this foundation of a spectrum within which you can actually see these sparks of light. And I wonder if that's something similar that came through with the sparks of light in the last reading. I'm going to have to go back and check. But being very willing to merge these energies of the earth energy of Capricorn and the Queen of Swords energy, and making those determinations based on the things that even though they may be labeled as simplistic by yourself or someone else, they have such weight and they have such meaning for you. And they must, I'm hearing, they don't normally say that kind of thing. They must be included as you are setting your intentions moving forward, as you're working towards whatever may be shifting or changing in your life at this time, or that you're looking to shift and change in the year 2024. And I'm really drawn now to the eclipse energy. And I know I was seeing the eye, which is interesting, but now I'm seeing more of eclipse type energy here. And I think the first eclipse is probably going to be in April. That's when they usually start. Oh, wait a minute. I know the big solar eclipse is on April 8th. Is that the first one this year? Wow. This is a lunar eclipse. But it'll be a solar eclipse and we will have totality. Again, that's going to be a major eclipse on April 8th. But there's something about this eclipse season where that is going to be playing into this process for you. Something about the things that you set in motion now, I feel you're going to see them amplified, escalated, once eclipse season rolls around. And I'm drawn to the lotus here, the lotus that grows up from the mud to provide this most beautiful blossom. And that's that earth energy of Capricorn. Again, it's going back to the simple, the simplistic. Because I'm feeling the mud representative of basic elemental origins is what I'm sensing. It's this it grows out of it grows out of the mud, but you know it's nothing fancy. That's what I'm feeling. It's nothing fancy. It's dirt, it's water. And out of those most simple ingredients form this beautiful blossom, this beautiful plant. And that's what we're getting back to, or what they were bringing through at the beginning of all of this, is that, you know, these most simplistic of ingredients create the spectrum with which these sparks of light then are able to be witnessed for you and for others. Okay, well, that was really beautiful. Let's look at let's look deeper at what these simple ingredients are and what these sparks of light are. And we're going to use, yeah, this is the deck that I was drawn to. So we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. I haven't used this one in a while for you guys. And look, now we have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Oh, that was the other one I was seeing in this deck, the Nine of Wands. All of a sudden my hands don't want to work. All right, let's try this again. Hang on. So we're going to look at this. Let's look at the sparks of light first, and then we will look at what the tin represents with these ingredients, simplistic ingredients. Gosh, my fingers don't want to work. Sorry guys, my hands are cold. Okay. One more time. Okay, sparks of light. What are we referring to with these sparks of light, please? Thank you guys again for being here. I so appreciate it. I know it's been a little bit since I've been back. The moon. Things unexpected. Things may be hidden. Oh, things may be hidden. We talked about how this spectrum that comes from this foundation built on the simplest of ingredients creates the light within I can't talk, within which these sparks of light are revealed, can be seen, can be observed. Six of Cups. Let me get a few more before I decipher this, read into this for you guys. Oh, it was the Ten of Wands I was seeing, not the Nine of Wands. Oh wow, okay. Came back out here again. Heavy burdens, but Ten of Wands represents the end of a cycle of burdens. The Six of Cups can be, you know what? I didn't show you these cards, so I'm gonna pull these and then I'm gonna show you the cards. Okay. Oh, interesting. Palace of Wands reverse, and I checked these before and they were not reversed. Okay, so let me show you this because I think I forgot to do that before. I showed you the Queen, but I didn't show you this one. So then we have the Moon, which is Pisces energy. It's card number 18. We have the Six of Cups, which is Moon and Scorpio energy. We have the Ten of Wands. And the Palace of Wands reversed. In this deck, they have an extra card in each suite, in each suit. I'm telling you, I can't talk today. And it's the Palace for each. And this is the Palace of Wands, representing that fire energy. Let's see. Let me do one more for this Moon. Justice. Yeah. Okay, so the Six of Cups can be about something that happened. It's about nostalgia. It can be about like childlike energy, but it can also be about something from your past, a past life even, a person from your past. But I'm getting this shedding type of energy, this releasing of these burdens. Oh, I think this is how it came through with the sparks of light before. Wasn't there like a dual nature to it? Oh my gosh, I really have to go back and look now. That's so fascinating. Because what I'm getting is, it's when I talked about this shedding, it's almost, yeah, that's what it was. That is so interesting. So the sparks are not only, it's what, I can't believe it's exactly the same meaning that's coming through. Wow. Wow. Sorry guys, it's kind of taking my breath away. That's incredible. Thank you, Spirit. The sparks of light have dual meaning. So they are the things that you have shed through the healing process, through the process of ascension, through the process of rising consciousness and awareness. But it is also in looking at those things where you see these sparks, and the sparks are the wisdom and the information and the inspiration, even the love, the motivation that comes through those experiences. So it's the putting down of the heavy burdens. And what did we talk about with weight, right? We were talking about underweighing something as far as giving it meaning, or allowing how meaningful it is to carry the weight in this process of even integrating what your priorities are and what you value. So now we're talking about setting down the end of a process of being burdened, of having carried these heavy weights, and now we're watching the weight of these things, whether it's from your past or your childhood, or even past lives, generational trauma, but seeing those things as they're being shed as these beautiful sparks of light. So recognizing the value in them, even as we are also acknowledging the weight of them and the burden of them. And this is what's being released with this moon. It's actually being, sometimes with the moon, it can represent something that's hidden, that's unseen. And this is what has been unseen. And here's where we have justice. We have a balancing of the scales here now. And with this Palace of Wands being in reverse, this feels to me very much tied to the past energy of it, not the going forward. Like, it's almost like we have, I don't want to separate them out, but we've got stages here in this message. And that's exactly like with the dual, the polarity of the message about the sparks of light. It's the same thing here. Makes sense because we're clarifying the sparks of light. This Palace of Wands, this, which represents this an energy of creating an environment or being in an environment that allows you to fully express oneself in your most creative and passionate and impassioned and empowered ways. It is an environment that allows you to move without restriction, to move without a mask, to move without feeling burdened. But notice here it's in the reverse. And this is what is being, one of the things that's being released. It's being able to move forward now. We have this clean slate. So recognizing that these are the things that you're releasing. These are those sparks of light that you're shedding. Wow, that's really beautiful. And Justice is card 11. I'm going to show that to you again. We have another 11. This is a balancing of the scales. Oh my gosh, chills. This is a balancing of your energies within. Because it's always about what is within us first. That's why this is the theme of the readings I do, because it's always about what is within us first. Whatever we see on the outside is a reflection of something on the inside. Now there are hugely, vastly varying degrees of that, but ultimately that's what it comes down to. And Justice is associated with the sign of Libra. I'm not sure that I said that. And the nodes of fate have moved from the Taurus-Scorpio axis to the Aries-Libra axis. And we talked about the eclipses, and I believe that eclipse is in Aries. It's in Aries season. If it's not in Aries, then it's in Libra. Because it's one or the other. I can't remember. Let's see. New moon, since it's a solar eclipse. So that would be in Aries. Yeah. Which is the opposite sign to Libra. Very interesting. But we have Libra coming through here to balance out that energy. We've talked about the polarity because we were talking about how an amplification may be coming around that solar eclipse at the beginning of April. So we have Libra here to balance that energy. And a reminder for us to be aware of the polarity of this, to not discount or overweigh what has been shed, because we're writing a new story for ourselves now. We're writing a new story. There are beautiful sparks of light. There are beautiful sparks of love and inspiration, motivation, awareness of our path, and how these sparks of light, our path, that come from these experiences. It's important to keep them in balance and to not allow one side to rest too far over for too long. And of course there is constant fluid movement. None of us are going to stay in perfect equanimity at all times, but the awareness of when we're sliding too far for too long to one side is what is being offered to us here. The reminder of that. Wow, that's really amazing. Okay, I kind of feel like I want to use another deck for the other side in case we have, let's say, similar messages that come out, or, similar messages that need to come out. So we're going to use the light seers for the tin. What are these ingredients here? What do we need to know about these ingredients? A lot of wand energy here. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands coming out as I'm shuffling. Not coming out, but being visible. Okay. So what can you tell us about tin, please, Spirit? Thank you. What do you need to know about tin? Nine of Wands. And what did I think was what was over here? I thought the 10 of Wands was actually the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is often the wounded warrior. It's someone who has been through the battles. 4 of Swords. So here we're talking about these simplistic ingredients, right? With which we are creating this foundation that help us to see fully these sparks of light that have been shed and therefore created through our healing process. And the 4 of Swords is rest. It's about recuperation, rejuvenation, reflection, but mostly rest. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to do a couple more. Let me clarify this 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, and then I'll show you these cards. Okay, 9 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, and for the 5 of Pentacles, what else, please? The 5 of Pentacles is this sense of isolation, feeling locked out or restricted from something, but it's indicative of your focus being in the wrong place, because the key is right there to unlock the door. See, there's the Ace of Pentacles. There's the key. Okay. So these simple ingredients. Okay, let me show you the cards. We have the 9 of Wands. And then we had the 4 of Swords. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this goes along, this is clarifying the 9 of Wands. And then clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. And these simple ingredients we have here, and they're going to be, I'm giving these to you in general terms because the specifics of them are going to be unique to each of you, of course. But these, I'm getting almost like one word or a phrase for each one. And the 9 of Wands, I'm honestly feeling like I'm getting the energy more of the 9 of Pentacles, but it has that aspect of someone who has, it's not a sense of ease sometimes that comes with the 9 of Pentacles, and I know some people will disagree with me on that, and that's okay. But what I'm getting from this card is this sense of working towards this point of independence, and yet she still has she's still on the other side of the fence, right? She is not free completely, but it's barely standing. I mean, it's barely standing. Look. And it reminds me of a combination of the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, where there is a mental blockage, a mental prison that we create with our thoughts and our mindset. But with this Nine of Wands, what I'm getting is this sense of the simple ingredient would be courageous independence. Courageous independence. And with the Four of Swords, it's that sense of rejuvenation, quiet rejuvenation. And with the Five of Pentacles, I talked about how it symbolizes this sense of feeling left out and isolation. But we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and so it's indicative of and highlighting to us the importance of perspective. Perspective as we are looking for opportunity. And when we talk about the Ace of Pentacles, it has to do with new beginnings and opportunities. It has to do with the tangible. Pentacles are about tangible, physical energies. It's about abundance in financial means. It's about connection to the earth. It is about something you are bringing to life, whether it be an actual child or whether it be a project. It can very much be your home environment. And we have the Queen here again. And look at how similar these two cards are. Look at the colors. So with this Five of Pentacles, the simple ingredient here is to remember our perspective. And when we are looking for these new opportunities, when we are moving forward on this path that is highlighted by these sparks of light, the reminder here is to be aware of our perspective. Where are we looking for opportunities? Because this Ace of Pentacles feels very much like there is an opportunity available here to you. There is a seed that is planted. It's already sprouted roots. Look at that, it's germinated. It's beginning to grow. But where are we looking for it? And the Five of Pentacles to me can be indicative of someone who is looking externally rather than looking within. Because if we were working towards a solution on our own, and in this situation, then we would raise our head and look up, and we would begin to find a solution on our own. But this energy is of someone who is waiting for someone else to do something, waiting for someone else to open the door. So the reminder, the simple ingredient here is perspective. Especially in regards to opportunities. These new opportunities are ones that you create on your own. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are the only one that takes action, that you have to go out and look for them and chase them, and that's not it at all. But it's a matter of lifting your head and understanding that the opportunities begin within you, and they begin from a place of being open to them. Looking around and actually looking from eyes that are rested, first of all, and are also courageously independent. Because the Queen of Pentacles is a mothering and nurturing energy too. So it's giving all of this to yourself. These are the simple ingredients, and however those things resonate for you, in the details of that, it's going to be unique. Again, I've said that it's going to be unique for each of you, but these are the kind of the guidelines they're giving us at this time during the new moon, as we're looking at what are these simple ingredients that we want to take with us, that we want to be the foundation as we're moving forward, as we're looking towards these shifts, as we're aligning ourselves with the new that we've built up to this point. We've been working towards up to this point. We have shifted our energy. We've done the healing work to get to this point. We've done, not that it won't continue, but these are kind of the guidelines to look at as you're working with setting your intentions at this new moon and on this 111 portal. It is a really important date. Really important date, really important time. The energies coming through are very supportive of us fully shifting into this at this time. Okay, I'm going to do, all right, we'll do a light soul vision oracle just to kind of wrap it up real quick. Oh wow, I didn't realize it's quite this long. Oops. Well, if you've held with me this long, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen and watch, to share in the energy. I know everyone is very busy and has lots on their plate, so I appreciate your time. Start to close and bring this all together. What do we have here, please, Spirit? Karmic cause and effect. Yeah, this is speaking to the sparks of light for sure. And what we talked about with releasing these, releasing the burdens of the past, releasing the burdens of that which you have worked to heal, allowing it to be shed, because we're creating this new story for ourselves. And there's a sense of strategy here with the chess pieces too, and that feels very very wand energy, a lot of fire energy in that, but also the groundedness too. We have making these decisions from a place that is very grounded with the Capricorn energy, and being very honest with ourselves about these ingredients and about these sparks of light and how we're bringing those together at this time, because we are creating our reality, and that is in effect karma, is it not? And I know, and that might not be the traditional meaning of it, but in effect, if we're getting down to basics, which is what this reading seems to be about, it's all about getting down to basics and really not drilling down, but really allowing ourselves to look at the simplistic aspects of it and not making it exceptionally complicated. And I think that's why they were like, yeah, don't do a big introduction. Let's get to it. You know, very straightforward. And it's that energy of Capricorn, very straightforward and being strategic about it. We have that element of the Queen of Swords, and she can be slicing with that sword, but not randomly. She's very intentional with it. And that is the energy that is being offered to us now as we move through this time. And being aware of the intentions and the actions you take now and how that affects you going forward, that's the karmic cause and effect. But that's what we're doing now, is we're moving forward with a greater awareness and a greater understanding and acknowledgement of the steps we take, the energies we engage in, the energies we emit, and how that impacts us and others as we move forward. Okay, let's move this down here. All right, guys. Oh, did I show that to you? I don't know that I did. There you go. Sorry about that. All right, I am going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time, your attention, for your presence here, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I appreciate you staying with me. And I hope you have a wonderful new moon in Capricorn. I will be back soon, sending you guys so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.